guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review and first impressions on the Makeup Revolution blush palette and the Ultra Contour palette. So that's what the blush palette is and the Ultra Contour palette. This is what the blushes look like. They're really pretty. We've got blushes by here and then some highlight shades here, which is really cool. And then this is what the contour palette looks like. Got some nice warm shades, like a greyish brown there, and we've got like the yellow banana-y powder, the highlight, and then normal powder there, and then we've got two highlighters by there as well. So what I've done is I've done all my makeup apart from contour, blush, all that type of stuff. So I've done my base, done my brows, done my eyes, done my lips, but I haven't done anything else on my base. So I'm gonna use these products for the first time on camera, and then I'll give you my little mini review, what I think of them once I've finished. Okie dokes. So, starting with the contour palette, I'm going to take this colour here, the lighter warm brown. I'm going to take that colour and I'm just going to bronze my face quickly before I contour. So when I'm bronzing, I don't like to be too precise. Just get a bit of colour into your skin. So that's the bronzer done. From what I can see, it looks nice. Yeah, it just looks like a really subtle warm flush of colour on the skin, which is nice. I don't really like being too bronzed because I'm quite pale, so too much bronzer kind of makes me look a bit muddy and gross. So, and I'm going to be taking this Real Techniques 301 contour brush. And I'm going to be going into the more greyish toned brown here. And then I'm going to contour with that. So to contour, I'm just going to go suck my cheeks in and follow this line by here that's created. You don't want to go all the way down to your mouth because it'll make you look a bit weird. So you want to go from your ear down to about here, I'd say. I like to blend it up because I don't like my contour to be too harsh. Looks like compared to that one, just a bit more definition. Right, so then once I've carved out my cheekbones a bit, make sure that's all blended nicely. I'm gonna then take some more of the grey shade there and I'm gonna put it just on my temples just to slim down my forehead a little bit. And then I'm going to take that shade again on the same brush, and I'm just going to go along my jawline, behind the ear, and the other side, and blend it down. That's just going to give me more of a prominent jawline, which I think is quite good because it kind of slims down any double chin situation. I'm then going to take my little Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, and I'm going to dip it into some of the yellow banana powder and some of the pinkier shade powder here, and I'm going to tap it underneath my eye and all the places that I want to be highlighted and more prominent. This is just going to set the under eye concealer and then also brighten that area as well. I like to do it in kind of like a triangle-y shape, just because that highlights your eye a bit better than if you just did it in like a circular shape. Circular, that's a great word, Ash. I'm just going to put that all under there. And then I'm going to take the same mixture, I'm going to pop it on the nose, the middle of the forehead, and the chin. And also rub a bit underneath your contour as well, just to make it a bit more defined. I don't necessarily bake my contour just because I feel like it looks a bit too much on me, but it looks quite nice on other people, so nothing against it. I just don't do it personally. I'm just gonna tap it in a bit more. Perfect. So then I'm going to move on to the blush palette. I'm not going to use any of the highlighters in the bronze palette just because I want to use a mixture of both of these palettes just to show you what they're like. So I'm going to use the blush palette, and I'm going to use this brush here, just a cheek brush, and it's from like a brand called Cheeky, which I got these brushes quite a while ago off Amazon, I think. So then I'm going to tap a bit into coral colour here and the light pink here and just mix them, and then I'm going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks and work it up into the contour. So that's what that looks like. So as you can see, it's given a lot more colour to my face, and I feel like when you put blush on, it ties in the contour a lot more with the rest of your face, so that's good. I'm just going to take a bit more and do the other cheek. So starting on the apples, then just swishing it up into more like the temples, really. Okay, so that is the blush done, and then I'm going to go in with, again, a mixture. I'm going to mix this more, I'd say it's like orangey pink based highlighter, and then this is more of a like frosty pink highlighter. gonna mix them two and just highlight the tops of my cheekbones. Nothing too intense, just a bit of a glow, makes you look a bit more healthy. So that's the top of the cheekbones there. I do a bit on the ball of my nose here. And a Cupid's bow, which is really good to do because it makes your lips look a lot bigger, and we all know that big lips are in at the moment, so anything that can make your lips look a bit bigger is going to be a good thing. Yeah, I won't put any on my chin. Some people put it on their chin, but my chin breaks out quite a lot, so I'm not going to put it there. I'm just going to put it here, above the brow bone here. There you go. And then I'm going to take one of my little eye brushes here. I'm just gonna pop it on my brow bone. And in the inner corners. The bridge of my nose as well. So, we're all highlighted, blushed, contoured, bronzed. I've used both of the palettes, and now I'm going to let you know what I think of it. So if I look at my face up close to see finished results. My contour looks nice. Personally, I would probably still just use what I'm using at the moment instead of this, but I think it's more like a bronze, more of a bronze look really. I don't think the contour is very noticeable, like intense enough for me. I think the banana powder has brightened under my eyes quite a bit, so I like that. So I think this palette is a good palette to get if you're just starting off with makeup and you want to try out contouring. Obviously, because it's quite cheap, you can experiment with it, and it's got the same sort of shades that the higher end contour kits have for a much lower price. Obviously, the quality of the product is going to be a little bit different to the more expensive ones, but if you're just starting out in makeup, then this is perfectly fine. The only thing I will say about this palette is that this highlight shade here, I don't know if you can see it, I would probably never ever ever get any use out of this. I think it's too intense for me. It is like the other highlight. It looks really nice in there as well. So I think that one's quite a nice everyday highlight. So on the whole, I think it's really, really good for the money and definitely worth trying out. The blush palette then. I am not really that into blushes, but when it comes to spring and summer, I really, really like them. In the winter, autumn, winter, I don't really wear blushes very often. I don't know why, I just don't, but for the summer, I really like coral blushes, and this one is really, really, really nice. I like this pink here. I don't think I will get much use out of the brightest pink there, just because I am really, really pale, and I think it'd just look a bit too much on my skin. The highlight shades are absolutely gorgeous. So you've got these two here, which are more pink toned, and that's what they look like. And then you've got these two here. The one is like yellow based, and then the other one is more of like a champagne-y colour. That's what they look like. There. I think this palette is really good value for money. You've got 4 blushes and 4 different highlighters to play around with this, so I think that's really good for the money, and especially in spring and summer you're going to get a lot of use. Thank you guys for watching. Please let me know if you like this video. Please let me know if you've tried any of the Makeup Revolution London products and which ones are good and which ones I should get my hands on. I know they've got quite a few eyeshadow palettes. I got a couple of them for my sister for her birthday, so I would love to see which ones you like, and then maybe I'll get them and do a couple of looks with the eyeshadow palettes. I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe and let me know what video you want to come up next. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye guys!